Klarna, one of the industry's biggest players, is seeing red this morning with more of its customers struggling to pay back their loans. The company's losses have doubled since last year, even as it celebrates new partnerships with places like Walmart and DoorDash. Now, across the board, more Americans are falling behind on these quick hit installment loans. A Lending Tree survey shows 41% of buy now, pay later users missed a payment in the last year, with a growing number using these services just to buy groceries. Meanwhile, U.S. consumer debt has ballooned to a record $18.2 trillion, the one with the T, trillion, and student loan delinquencies are also spiking. So what does all this tell us about the broader economy? Joining me now, I have Erin McLaughlin, senior economist at the Conference Board. Erin, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay, so explain this. So Klarna is adding customers, but losing more money on repayments. What does that tell you about household financial stress in 2025?
Well, it's interesting. So the buy now, pay later apps like Klarna are usually used by folks who have a more fragile economic means. So perhaps lower income or consumers that are carrying revolving credit card debt and so choose to go with the buy now, pay later apps because it doesn't necessarily come with the very high interest of credit card debt. So really, a rise in defaults means that consumers are feeling more pressure, especially maybe lower income consumers, and they're feeling that pressure from many different points.
Yeah. And, you know, I mentioned right off the top, more and more people are starting to use this service to buy groceries. Is that typically what buy now, pay later is used for, the everyday essentials?
No, generally those sorts of apps have been used for larger purchases because you can spread them out generally over 4 payments, such as, high value clothing or handbags and those kinds of things. So to see them used for everyday essentials like groceries, I also noticed in the recent survey that you mentioned that there's an acceleration in using them for food delivery, which is something that sort of increased over the last couple of years substantially.
Yeah. Especially after COVID, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I wanted to pick your brain about, Erin, is that the Trump administration recently rolled back a rule that treated buy now, pay later providers more like credit card companies. Many say this removes requirements for clear disclosures, quicker refunds. From your perspective, what are the risks of dialing back regulations in this space, especially as these loans become a staple of everyday spending?
Yeah, the risks to consumers is that they're going to pay more in fees and have financial consequences for paying late. So they may be choosing to use these kind of apps because they either don't have, more traditional credit cards with room on them for availability, or because credit cards are at the highest interest rate ever right now. And we've really seen interest rates go up the last few years. Yep. They have not started to come down yet. And so either way, the more interest in this way, consumers are very much like, the federal government, the more interest you have to pay and the more fees you have to pay, the less money you actually do have for everyday essentials like food and groceries and gasoline.
Yeah, this is more like buy now, pay never, maybe for some of these folks, unfortunately. Well, senior economist Erin McLaughlin, thank you so much for being here as always. Appreciate it. Klarna, one of the industry's big.
Klarna be able to do buy now, pay later is not working. Pretty much putting them into a hole. Go ahead.
I hated Klarna. I hated all these buy now, pay later apps. You might as well just go get a credit card. Or if you can't go get a credit card, get your credit together. This is putting us poor. I've been saying this was wrong. I seen this and I say, oh, I don't need this. I have a credit card. I'll just go buy what I want and pay whatever. So when I seen this and I say they're struggling, a lot of people don't care about their credit. A lot of people have the idea that, oh, I'm just going to take this bill and just run off on a plug. I guess, thank you. And people have abused it. And people don't know. When they do this, they do a soft pull on your credit card, on your account, on your credit report to see if you can do this. Yeah, it doesn't affect you, but still, totally wrong. I'm happy to see this. I hope they get rid of this. How I look like, and I landed with this, that you doing Klarna on DoorDash to eat. You that broke that you can't just go take a couple dollars and go
No, but you rather use it. You rather use your couple of dollars for something else instead of using it on DoorDash. So if Klarna give me the opportunity to buy now pay later on like an Apple phone, I'm gonna go ahead and use it, and then use that money for something else. You know, some people use it for gambling or clothing or whatever the case may be, other things besides getting what they actually do want to desire. So I think it's bringing the company into bankrupt. But
Yeah.
there's no way I can. They're gonna